Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Taylor from Dinownz, New Zealand. Today I'm so honored to have my friend Naomi
Hello.
with me. Naomi came to New Zealand 11
14.
years ago.
Yeah.
I'm in New Zealand also about 10 years ago. I came to New Zealand in 2016. Started to study in New Zealand. Diploma level 7 in business administration, business management. I was studying, I was working part-time. And then after that, I need to get back to study the second time. Postgraduate diploma in level 8, but also in business as well. Because I quite like business. Yeah. I'm working full-time at the moment. Yeah, and living in Auckland, one of the biggest cities in New Zealand. How about you, Naomi? Would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself?
I think most of them know. This is not our first
because
live.
you're so famous.
No, this is not our first live.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this is not our first live.
Yeah, but
for
someone
they won't care.
Yeah. For some, yeah.
Today we will talk about the benefits of using education agent in New Zealand if you're planning to come here for study.
Yeah, because so many young people was asking me, should you use education agents while planning to study here in New Zealand? Short answer, you don't have to. But if you want to use them, you still get a lot of benefits. Yeah, so I will base on my experience, and Naomi also based on her experience to share with you the top benefits today. Yeah. How about the first one?
Should I start?
Yeah.
Should I start?
I think so. It's a good idea.
So the first benefit is free guidance. It's totally free. An agent can find a course that is suitable for you, and they will help you with the required documents. For example, English requirements, IELTS or PTE for the course. Also, they will tell you which intakes that suits you. If you want to start in winter or in summer, they can help you find a course that you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, based on my experience when I was in Vietnam and I was planning to study in New Zealand, I came across an education agent in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. What they was helping me was, to reduce my stress level and also kind of avoid the mistake I can make. Because at that time I was working full time, and working full time in Vietnam could be working overtime as well. So it's not only just 40 hours a week like here. Like here they have better work-life balance, but in Vietnam it's not the case. So I was working full time 40 hours a week, and sometimes I need to work a little bit more than that, so it can be up to 50 hours. Plus I have the side hustle on the weekend. So at that time I think the best way for me was using an education agent, so it can save me a lot of time as well. So they was helping me to avoid missing documents and helping me to fill in some forms correctly. Yeah, so I think it was very, very essential for me to use an education agent. Yeah, so if you're also working full-time at the moment in your home country, I think the best way is to use an education agent. Yeah.
Yeah, and they also communicate with the school on your behalf, right? So
Yeah. When I have a hard questions, I normally have hard questions. Naomi know me.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, all the time. So instead of me finding my own answers, which may not be correct, the education agent at that time kind of reply to my emails very quickly.
Mm.
And yeah, I found it very, very helpful.
Mm.
Yeah. How about you, Naomi? I think you used education agent before as well, right?
Yeah. Because I came here for working holiday and then I switched to student visa. That's why I also use a education agent to help me with study admission.
Mm.
Yeah, it's free, so why not? Right?
Of course, yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, to help with study admission application, right? Yeah, it's free. Yeah. Because
they check your SOP.
yeah. That's I
If
think
it's not right, they can just like correct it for you and give you some advice or what should you write, how to attract the, how do you call it, the course admin, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What should you write to get the offer?
Because there are quite a few points in the SOP that you need to mention to persuade the institute to accept your study application. You cannot just email them and say, I would like to study in your institute. Please accept my application. They don't do that. You need to go through the process. Yeah.
And the most important one is that the ongoing support, especially when you're not in New Zealand, you're outside New Zealand, so you don't know what's the lifestyle here. They can advise you how studying and living in New Zealand is like. What's the living cost is, especially the part-time jobs.
Part-time job is another kind of essential part of my student life as well. Yeah, because of course we need to have enough fund to cover your living expenses here in New Zealand while you are studying. But if you can work part-time while you are studying, it can also be beneficial to your future career here as well. Because if you have some New Zealand experience, the recruiters or HR manager really enjoying it, and they think that you can work here because you already have New Zealand experience, even though it's only part-time experience. Because when I first came to New Zealand, I started off with working for a nail salon. Yeah. Yeah, so it was just for about 3 months, but I really enjoy it because I have a chance to talk to customers every day, and most of them are beautiful Kiwi ladies, come to get their nail done. So it's given me a lot of confidence later on because I can talk to them every day. Yeah. So that's my first job in New Zealand. I still remember it. It's like yesterday. How about you, Naomi? What's your first job here?
My first job was working at the farm.
Working holiday.
So, yeah. So it's kind of different.
Someone lucky. I was trying to apply for working holiday visa, and I didn't get it. And then I couldn't wait. So I was thinking,
you just jump into studying straight away.
Cost me all of my savings.
Yeah, so rich.
So. Okay, so my second job was working in hospitality. Yeah, I was working in coffee shop, restaurants, fine dining restaurants, or maybe a casual staff for some events here in New Zealand. Yeah, and I quite enjoy it as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed my student life here in New Zealand. So I think working in hospitality is one of the most common jobs for international students here in New Zealand. So if you still have time in your home country before you come to New Zealand, you can maybe enroll in some short courses like barista, bartender, or hospitality course. So you will know how to make coffees, how to make cocktails, or how to serve customer properly in New Zealand. So I think that's my little tip for international students who would like to get a part-time jobs here in New Zealand while studying. Yeah. So I think then after that I worked at a retail shop. You remember that? The retail shop in a very rich area in New Zealand, Ponsonby. Then I have another chance to talk to different types of customers as well at that time. And I really I was really grateful for that job as well. Yeah, I had a chance to learn more about New Zealand lifestyle, how to keep warm in the winter, because I was selling bed linen. That's working in retail is also another popular part-time jobs for international students here in New Zealand. Yeah, how about you? I remember you was working in an office when you was a student. No.
Yeah, I was working for a yogurt factory, and then after my study, I applied for an admin job at New Zealand Post. So that was my first office job.
That's when you were studying, or already graduated?
That was when I finished my study, and then I had to go through an English course because my visa expired.
Yeah. That's it. That thing. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the topic.
Yeah.
If you still question yourself about using an education agent, think about it. It's totally free.
Yeah.
And, it will take some of the stress off you, especially if you have to work full time.
And also it's free. Yeah, that's for me it's a very beneficial. Yeah, because you want to save costs when you would like to study overseas, because you need to spend more on tuition, also on the living expenses here in New Zealand, rather than paying some money just to finish your application. Yeah, for me it's kind of a waste. Yeah.
So if you're planning to study in New Zealand and you need any help or support, just contact us at nzstudy@gmail.com.
Yes, I will leave the link down in the comment section below, so you can see our Facebook page. And also if you follow the Facebook page, we regularly kind of share some tips like to study and also to live here in New Zealand. Yeah. I think it's also almost 20 minutes now. Anything else you would like to share, Naomi?
No.
I think we covered enough today. Anything else? International student also need a little bit of time to rest today on the very nice Saturday. Yeah, and I hope that you have a great day today, and tomorrow Sunday. Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for
joining
us. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.